Hey guys, this is now the Batman. I've missed this. We haven't been back in a while. Anyway, this one promises to be a little bit less like argumentative. I think we both like this, right? Anyway, this is me and Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Sorry.
Before we get started, though, we do want to take a moment to introduce you guys to our newest family members.
Do you want me to do it or you do it?
Oh, yeah. So, over the weekend, we got two beautiful kitties. One is named Kinma, and the other is named Lieutenant Colonel Ziggy Stardust. At the end of the podcast, Alex will have a photo of them as our little, whatever.
I can do that. I can make a video version of this, but yeah. I can do that. But yeah, we have cats. We have two of them. One of them is a little bit more challenging than the other one. I'm looking at her right now. Get down.
Ziggy!
Get down. Hey, get down.
1 second.
It's okay. I'll carry the show while we get down. The cat.
I will hold Ziggy.
The cat from doing what? Anyway, you guys hear right here firsthand. We have a cat that there she is that won't listen. That likes to just do whatever she wants to do. Anyway, I'm sure if Ben's listening to this, he'll probably enjoy us talking about cats, because he also has a cat. He has actually social media for it. It's Alfie.
Ziggy.
Named it after Alfred. It's okay. Just let her do her thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh, she's drinking.
yeah, she's drinking water. But yeah, anyway, back to the. So that might be our future for future recordings. We might occasionally get interrupted by cats, but it's okay. We'll try to stay on topic as much as we can. But you guys are probably pet owners too. You know what it's like.
The other cat is a perfect angel that never does anything wrong.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, what did you think of this issue? Do you remember it? I know you read it a little while ago.
I thought it was interesting. It wasn't all anger-inducing. Batman just beat up the Talon and escaped. Which, right.
I liked some of those lines. I guess you usually do the summary. Do you want to do the summary, and then we can do some of our favorite moments?
I haven't read it recently enough to do the summary.
Okay, so basically that will function as the summary, I guess.
Okay. So, we pick up where they were. The Talon...
I can help if you need help.
The Talon has Batman. He's like, you're sentenced to die. And the court tells Batman, we're not letting your bones go back up to the surface. You're going to be down here displayed forever. And,
as an honor of a really worthy opponent kind of thing is what they're getting at.
Yeah. And then, the Talon lifts up Batman. And
like a child.
Well, holding his neck and his... Kind of like you would lift up like an animal. If you're like...
Yeah, it's dehumanizing is more what I was, I guess, getting at.
Yeah.
With a really great... I've never seen Batman look just so disheveled and messed up. I think that's why this story was so popular, because we've never seen Batman so put through the ringer. Well, in different ways we have, but not quite like this. But yeah, he gets a camera thrown at his face.
That was before he gets lifted up.
Oh yeah, but
you're really stuck on that camera, huh?
It was just, I forgot. It was one of those things you moved the camera, and then he just flings it. I forgot that he got a whole old-timey camera thrown at his face. And then they're basically he's beating up on him. And the Talon is, and he's just
And we switch perspectives, and we get to see the court.
Yeah.
And they all look monstrous. They look like owls.
Yeah.
And it goes back from them looking like actual owls to you seeing that they're people in a mask.
Yeah, and the little girl, the whole thing where you think she's going to show mercy when he's asking, yeah, the little one, ask her, and then she's hurt him more.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of cool. Also, that's really dark when you actually sit down and think about it, because that's a little girl, so that means that girl had to have died when she was younger, right? Because isn't that how the court works? Are they deceased?
No.
Or it's just the Talons? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I forget, sorry, I get it mixed up.
Yeah, so she's just, hurt him more. And you just see her saying that over and over and over and over again. more,
Yeah, because it's kind of
more.
it's kind of comedic because he's kind of like, oh, like this, and like punches like Batman in the stomach and stuff like that. And then Batman's kind of giving up at one point, like where he's just like he's thinking about his ancestor, like Alan Wayne, and everything, and like they're all like crowded around him, and then like they kind of run away when he gets up, and they're like, oh, he's still alive, kind of thing, and they run away.
And so he eventually is just like enough, and he himself looks monstrous, which I think is like
the drugs, probably.
Yeah, well, I don't think he actually is monstrous. I think it's supposed to represent like his resistance to the owl people, because when you see him looking monstrous, the people also look like owls.
Yeah.
And they're like, scattering, running away, and him and the Talon fight some more. Batman beats the Talon up. He's like, I'm sick to death of owls.
I love that part.
And you hear just like them fighting and brawling, and he basically tells the Talon that he's nothing but a hired thug, a pawn. He's not special. And then he's like, you're finished. And then he knows that he realized the minerals from the water he drank earlier were from a specific river.
Yeah.
And he also knew that the type of marble that the owl is carved out of is explosive.
Yeah.
Because it's potassium chlorate. And so he strikes a match, makes an explosion, jumps into a hole, escapes into the river, and he's trying to like survive. He doesn't know if he's gonna make it or not, and it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger because you see him sinking to the bottom.
And like that, like I forgot about like the ice, basically, like how he's like stuck under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I do like there's like a really human moment in there where he's like having this badass like, oh, when I come back here, blah blah blah, and then like he's like, that was a total bluff. I'm never coming back here. And I'm like, I thought that was really humanizing because like there's another thing before this run, and I do like Grant Morrison's run, but the whole Bat God thing was definitely a thing back then. And, like, him just being able to find his way out of everything. So it's cool to have that moment where it's like, no, like, he was bluffing. Like, even Batman has, like, his limits. And, like, you know, he's just a man at the end of the day. So I thought that was really cool. And also just made you empathize with him a little bit more. Made him a little bit more relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see the court finds the Talon. And they're like, oh, we can help him. And this person's like, no. We're going to dispose of him. He's never going to be the same mentally after a defeat like that. He's like, besides, we have so many more that we could use.
You know what didn't have that? What didn't have that was the... And I know it was a budgetary thing, and I know towards the end they did have a few more of them, but the Gotham Knights show didn't have like a row of coffins and everything with all the talents. I think they did at the tail end. It's been a minute, but I think they only had like 3 or 4.
They had a coffin basically in every single building.
Yeah, but they didn't have like rows of them like this. And I get why. This, I would describe, that's Ziggy, by the way. I would describe like how Scott Snyder writes these as kind of like blockbuster Batman.
Okay.
Where, like, it's very much has the feel and vibe of, like, a summer blockbuster with, like, you know, like, big, like that dialogue, like, especially the, I'm sick to death of owls. Like, I could see that, like, on the big screen, like, you know, like, lines like that. I really like this issue. I liked a lot of the lines in it. I like the whole trope of, you think that the little girl's gonna show mercy, but like she's the one that's like, no, do it more. Like I like that. That was cool. How it was drawn was also really great with obviously Greg Capullo. And then like I really like this issue. This is it's really ramping up here. I do remember this issue. This is one of the ones I remember a lot. What'd you think?
It was okay. I would have. You know me. My favorite issues have Dick Grayson in them, and this one didn't.
I guess the next one we gotta tackle is like one that focuses on. Maybe we could do one where he's Batman temporarily, just to get like so you could get a different. I know you haven't read stuff where he's Batman, so that would be kind of interesting for you. But yeah, anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
But it was good. I think it moved the story along. It did not fill me with rage like the other one. So that was nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine to be critical, but yeah, I agree.
I don't have any gripes or complaints with it. It wasn't a bad read. I would have rather continued reading than having to stop after one issue, but that's...
It just makes it easier for me. I'm a slow reader, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I devour media. And
she will miss sleep just to, like, I remember before we lived together, like, I would be talking to her and I'd say, like, oh, like, 'cause she'd sound really tired. I'd be like, oh, what's up? Like, are you just, like, really sleepy or something? She'd be like, oh, I didn't sleep last night. I was catching up on a whole season. I watched a whole season of television kind of thing. I'd be like, oh, okay.
I didn't sleep at college. I averaged less than 3 hours a night.
That's not good.
It's true though. Like I mean,
Batman only managed to function on like 6 hours of sleep ever, and or 3, maybe it's 3. It's a ridiculous amount. Kevin Smith tries to do that. I am not one of those Batman fans. I will not miss out on sleep. You know this about me.
I function best on 5 to 6 hours. Like, I am the most awake. I feel the best.
I mean, if that works for you,
I'm less tired. However, I know that that's not good for your physical health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've both been really distracted by the cats this episode. We'll get better at, like...
Look at this sweet baby.
We are doing an episode.
You're gonna... Oh... I annoyed her enough, she ran away.
It's okay. Anyway, I really like this. This is definitely, like you described the last one, there's not really much happened. I would say this one did set up some stuff, but I would agree that, like, not a lot, maybe not a lot happened. I did like what did happen, though. Like, it was definitely, like, now reading through this instead of, like, as a whole, it almost feels like the issues are more like clips and then instead of like full episodes, if I had to compare it to like TV, I guess.
It's like a TikTok compared to a YouTube video.
Yeah, I could see that.
You don't get all the content. It's not a full story, and so it leaves you dissatisfied because you want more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, you can come up here.
Kenma liked Ziggy liked the issue too.
Yeah, Ziggy says yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we would both recommend this. I know that this current one is coming to an end, and then I'll get you the next volume. Because Amanda likes to read physical, so like I can respect that though too. I just like digital because with the guided view, it kind of forces you to like pay attention to panel by panel. So like for me, I personally did notice stuff that I probably wouldn't have before. But yeah, I'm glad that we're back. We took a little break, but we're back now. We, we got cats. There was other things that were going on, but yeah, we are back now. And
we had a birthday party for Kiddo.
Yeah, well, they don't know who that is. It's our cousin. But yeah, anyway,
it's our 19-year-old child.
But yeah, anyway, definitely great issue. We are cat parents now, which is fun. And, you guys just tell me, I'm saying yeah a lot. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode, what you guys thought of the issue. If you read it back in the day, do you have memories of it?
Sorry.
But yeah, anyway, that's it for us.
Alright, thank you for watching. This is Son of the Batman. We will come up with a catchphrase later.